Or you?
No, I do it from here.
Oh, you do it from there.
Word. See.
Oh yeah, and then you go.
Oh, Facebook. Oh, I bet someone's live. Oh, open a browser. Show me the money. There we go. Hopefully it sounds good. Let's see. Oh, sweet. Wesley Force started live streaming on Facebook. Let's see.
Did we? Oh wait, you're supposed to start.
Okay, good. What's up, guys? Howdy, partners.
Damn, surviving Area 51 storm.
We only got fucked by a couple aliens.
Yeah, only.
We went there to clap cheeks, but we ended up getting our cheeks clapped ourselves.
You know, I wish I could say that I was mad about it, but in reality, they were very gentle lovers.
Not me. You know those like dragon dildo things?
Oh no.
Yeah.
They got you?
Yeah.
Was it the tentacle one?
I'm not gonna answer any questions about it. It's like repressed memories. They fucked me.
No, but like, no, it was cool.
Yeah, there were some real strange individuals there, but it's fucking dope.
I think for me, the most fun part was just the adventure of like, I think it was the build up to the unknown.
Yeah.
Like we really didn't know what the fuck was gonna go on down there.
Yeah.
And like we got there, and I was like, oh, it's just kind of like a convention.
Yeah, I liked all those. Yeah, I don't know, it was cool. I just like not too big of groups, but like medium groups like that of strange fucking people, and I can get drunk and dance.
That was definitely the nice part. Is you know that every single. Well, I guess I can't say that because I didn't expect the age range that was there.
Yeah, there's some old men in cool hats.
Yeah, some old men in cool hats. The people next to us.
Yeah.
One-armed lady and her family, they were like in their 50s or 60s.
Yeah, Chandler was. Did you hear when she was telling Chandler to leave? When he was real drunk.
Oh,
and he started to because he has, you know, that poem I wrote about rim jobs?
Yeah.
He has it memorized. And so he's like, he wrote a poem about rim jobs. And then she's like, oh, I don't need to know that. And then she's like, some strange guy comes out of the desert and starts telling me about rim jobs.
Oh, no.
And then he started telling her the poem. It's like, damn, even fucked up, you remember this shit. It's pretty good.
I thought for sure that the only people that were going to show up were people who are heavily into memes.
There was a lot of those.
Oh, for sure. But not I didn't expect the older crowd.
Me neither.
And our boy Jim.
Jim was cool as fuck.
Jim was probably in his 50s.
I like just when he was like, Jim's like, cool bike. He's like, is it? Piece of shit I found on the side of the road.
Right. So we, to give everyone like what happened, we drove out Friday afternoon after we were done working. We drove to Vegas, out in that area. I don't know. The internet was kind of lying. It seemed like, or at least I didn't find good sources. It said that the whole raid thing was whack and like nothing was going on. So instead of going out Friday night like we planned on, we went to Vegas and stayed at MGM for the night, where somebody saw a really famous person.
I saw a little Nas X. He wanted to fuck me.
He says that, but from what he told me, it was really funny because he called me and he's like, dude, I just saw Lil Nas X and I think he wanted to fuck me. Because
he did want to fuck me.
Do you tell me? I don't.
He was just dancing, staring into my eyes. And because I was like, wait, is that him? So I was also staring at him. And then it was just me and him, love at first sight, locking into each other's eyes. And he's just dancing, staring at me like this. And I was like, oh shit, he wants to take this asshole to the old town road.
Yeah.
But I was so fucking tired and had been drinking, so I was just like fucking dead. Or I put a, like, oh homie, let's go, let's hang out.
Let's fucking party.
You can go fuck my friend, he's in his hotel room waiting.
Show up and I'm just naked with my chest pubes out.
I'm just like,
hey, Lil Nas.
Wes, I found someone you have to fuck. And he comes walking in. And I'm like, I'll leave you two now.
Yeah. Come here, Lil Nas.
Yeah, that was cool. I saw Lil Nas X. I know why they were all there, though. I found out.
Yeah.
That fucking iHeartRadio festival.
Oh, that's right. There's probably tons of fucking people there then.
I don't know. She apparently was with him all night. Camilla.
Oh, Cabana?
Yeah. And so, I don't know. She might have just been... There was a whole bunch of people with him, but I was just staring in the eyes of Lil Nas X. It'd be funny if she's there and she's like, what the fuck? Everyone should be looking at me. And I'm just staring at Lil Nas X.
You should. It would have been funny if she was there and you noticed and you go up to Lil Nas X. Call me señorita.
I love it when you call me. Yeah.
That would be the best. And she just like, oh, that's my song. He's using my song on Lil Nas X.
Salty Frank says, oh shit, hold on, drop my lid. He says, I fully expected when I clicked on the headline about a guy in Naruto running from behind the reporter, it would be me. It was not me, unfortunately. Salty Frank says, you could have fucked him and then got Billy Ray and Lil Nas X as guests. Is it worth though?
Yeah, for sure.
What if Billy Ray breaks my achy breaky heart?
That would have been the best.
I don't know if it's worth. It may be worth for you, but not worth for me. You got spooked. Not about it. Yeah, fuck. I don't know. It was pretty cool though, guys. Chandler got real drunk every night. Did some dancing. He was a dancing boy. We went to the front gate. There was a police fucking everywhere. And I don't know. They were pretty cool. It seemed like they were partying too.
Yeah, when we went to the front gate, what was that fucking dude saying about food?
No, he was telling us about the food truck.
Oh, yeah, because I don't remember if it was me or Chandler. Somebody asked him, like, how he's doing or if it's been fun or something like that. And he just went off about this food truck.
Yeah, I never went to it, but apparently it was real good.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone out there was super nice.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like it was... I think everyone was nervous of what it could be.
Yeah.
I think that everyone... At least all the vendors were a little disappointed that the turnout wasn't as big as they were expecting.
Yeah.
I'm sure that research facility place made bank.
Oh, hell yeah.
But,
they made enough money for Arby's truck to come give out free food.
Right. The rest of it, though, like... we'll have a vlog. I'm working on a vlog right now to put up just some footage of what it looked like there so everyone can...
Have you gone through those videos yet?
A couple of them.
Did you see the surprise video yet?
Oh.
No, there's no dick in any video. No dick.
Damn. I mean...
Shucks. No.
I mean, I guess for the people who were really curious, it was just more of... There was one... Jesus, my brain's not working tonight. The...
Alien Research Facility?
No, where the bands play. Oh, there was one stage set up.
Yeah.
There's different band played, and someone was doing stand-up, I guess. And
I have kind of a video of that guy doing stand-up.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was... Yeah, the only mean person there was Chandler, and everyone was still nice to him. Chandler's so fucked up, and the guy was like... Hey everyone, we should stop slut-shaming women in 2019. And then Chandler's like, fuck you! Fuck you! And then he was roasting some dude up front. It was pretty funny. Not Chandler, the alien doing stand-up.
Should have roasted Chandler.
I wish he would have. And yeah, it was pretty fun. I had a good time.
Yeah. And then like the rest of it was like vendors selling, alien stickers or shirts. And it kind of seemed to me like a lot of people went out there. Like, a lot of vendors went out there expecting to rake up the dough and just, like, people getting drunk and be like, oh, look at the alien shirt.
Yeah. There was a mobile bar, though. Like,
that was cool.
Like a fifth wheel, but it was a bar, like, inside. And that was pretty sweet. They definitely made a lot of money.
That might have been my favorite part of the night. Is my friend Chandler bought me a shot. And I walk in there, and the lady behind the counter was either hungover or high as shit.
She was both, for sure.
Yeah. And she, like, didn't know where she was at. And then the guy sitting at the bar was just in this Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah, he was fucked up.
He was fucked up. And his, like, girlfriend or whoever he was with showed up. Like, he was talking to us about whatever, Hawaiian shirts or something. Because he was wearing a Hawaiian shirt. His girlfriend showed up, and she said something about weed, which weed's legal in, Nevada and whatnot. And she's like, but I forgot the rolling papers. And his, like, half-crusted eyes, like, shit, you forgot the paper? And then, like, he, like, looked at us, like, I don't know if he was, like, wanting us to confirm that she did forget the papers, or wondering if we had papers. And the lady behind the counter, like, looks at him and just hands him, like, a piece of paper. And he was like, okay.
Yeah, and then I was asking her, I was like, hey, what's going on tonight? And she's like, I don't know, maybe some stuff with some people. And I was like, what about last night? She's like, I don't know, some stuff happened, people around.
Yeah.
So she was just fucked up.
Yeah, she was definitely fucked up.
It was pretty cool, though.
It was shitty pricing, though. Did you see the size of the shots?
Yeah, it was like, if you guys have ever been to a Mormon church, it was like sacrament fucking water cups.
Yeah.
And those were the shots.
They weren't cheap.
Yeah.
I didn't buy. I mean,
I'd
shout
buy
out
one.
to Chandler for buying me a shot of Jack, but
Yeah. But we had this cool ass dude next to us named Jim, and he was a strange dude, but he was fucking cool. He's like us strange.
yeah.
And he had like one of those air raid horns, like, and then at sunset he did that shit, and then he's like, sunset shots. And
Yeah.
then they were fucking beakers though. They weren't shots.
Yeah.
Chandler thought he was doing signs over there. He was filling up beakers with shots.
Cheap
And then
whiskey.
I drank one and threw up.
I was not expecting it because we took the shots and then Forrest walked away and they were talking about whatever and I walked back and forth just like 2 or 3 times on the floor. I'm like,
Right on my car.
yeah.
And then I had to bury you with dirt.
That's
One-armed
okay.
lady was staring at me. I was like, oh!
It's okay. Chandler pissed on your car.
Yeah, son of a bitch.
He got drunk pretty quick.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, it was a good time. I would love to talk to Jim more because Jim sounds like he lives a very interesting life.
Yeah.
I don't know if he lives out of his truck.
I don't know. He had a whole bunch of shit in his truck, and then he goes on adventures. What did he say? He said he like traveled across Iceland or something.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
He sat down and started talking to us, and he was, just one of those guys that like easy to talk to. You can tell that he goes and meets everyone at these conventions just because he has that personality. And I was asking him like where we should go, like road trip to, and he's like, "Yeah, you should go do Iceland." And we're like, "That's not really something we can just go do on the weekend, but that sounds great."
I would love to though.
Oh well, yeah, that'd be amazing.
Oh, well. But yeah, we didn't see any aliens except for the people.
Yeah, no aliens.
Just me.
It was cool though. I had a good time.
Yeah. Wish I wasn't so tired though. I was tired most of the trip.
Yeah, I know that.
I'm glad we got a hotel though.
I almost kind of wonder if, because what Forrest and I ended up doing is we woke up 2 hours before our shift started at work.
Yeah.
Actually, 3. No, it was 2.
Yeah.
2 hours before our shift
We woke
started.
up at 2:50, or at least I woke up at 2:50 a.m.
Yeah, same. And we got there, started working about 3:30, 3:40, so we could get off early. And I kind of think, for me personally, that just made that first day like awful.
Yeah. That was cool at first because you get tired and then things funny and stuff.
Second wind, yeah.
And then, but later that night, like when me and Chandler were gambling a little bit, I was like, oh, I can't even drink beer right now. This fucking sucks.
Yeah. By the time we made it to like St. George, I was like, I need to be fucking done. I need to sleep or something.
Yeah. It was a nice sleep though, once I actually slept.
Yeah.
And weren't we watching? Oh yeah, Cheaters. I don't know if you guys ever seen that show, Cheaters.
It's so
It's the
good.
best show I've ever seen in my life.
I don't know if that shit's staged or not.
It was
but
definitely staged, but it was fucking hilarious.
These fucking country people fighting each other.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Get
that's
off my farm, Caesar.
that's pretty much our Area 51 trip.
Yeah.
Not too crazy.
We did miss Riley Reid by a day.
Oh yeah, Riley Reid was there. I wish I was there.
Yeah.
Some guy was telling us how he tried giving her pancakes and stuff.
That guy was probably the funniest dude I've ever talked to in my life.
Me too.
He was like this, probably like 6'2", 6'1", kind of chubbier country guy.
Yeah.
And
He was probably like, what, 19 to 21?
yeah, somewhere around
Probably around
there.
21.
The
Go Eagles.
first thing that he said to me when he came over the first time, he's all like, he drops the M-bomb, ironically, to be funny, and then starts screaming about how he wanted to do coke off this girl's tits. And I was with the dude Jim that we met, and we were both just like, oh, this guy's real energetic right now. And then he left, and then he came back, and there was people walking around selling tamales. And he bought a bunch of tamales,
Yeah.
and he's like, hey, like towards me, and he's like, you want a fucking tamale? I'm like, yeah? I'm not going to say no. So he was like, well, come here. So he handed me a tamale, and then he was talking about God knows what. He was high energy, and then I went and sat back down, and then he left, and then came back later, and was fucking talking all sorts of fun shit.
Yeah, I showed back up later with Chandler, and then he's like, I don't know if you follow memes or anything, but I'm a real life incel. Then he was trying to have sex with some girl, and then we were telling him to go over there. the dude Jim was like, well, if you're trying to get pussy, it's not in this circle.
Yeah.
So just us dudes. And then he's like, I'm gonna give her my tamal. I'm gonna Naruto run over there and give her a tamal. And then the other guy's like, you ate them all. And they say he was gonna give her the bag of tamals, empty bag for good gesture.
Yeah, I was gonna bring you a tamale, but I ate all of them.
Yeah, so there's fun peeps.
Yeah, just some hardcore memers, and yeah, that was about it. I want to do that. Well, I don't necessarily want to go do the drive, but I'd love to have seen our drive back when there was light out.
Me too. I wish I don't know, I kind of see it in the dark too, but I was so tired.
Yeah.
Then I got fucking so lightheaded I was gonna pass out.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. That was weird.
Chandler was like, he's like, yeah, didn't you get sick on the way home? I was like, yeah, I feel like I was gonna pass out. He's like, yeah, it woke me up. And I said, me too, I woke up to almost pass out.
Yeah.
So weirdest thing, I woke up, I was like, oh, it's like I'm gonna pass out, but I'd woken up lightheaded.
I don't know what that was, because, like...
I don't know. I think it might have just no water. I don't think I drink it. I only had those little baby water bottles the whole weekend.
Right. That's definitely probably what it was. Your body was like, hey, you need to give us some H2O, my guy.
Apparently beer doesn't suffice, and let's drink light beer. Shit.
And we were in the sun
Yeah.
all weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So that doesn't help with the dehydration.
Yeah.
Overall, good time. I had fun.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what they're going to do next year. I think it will get bigger.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be more of a festival next year.
Yeah, just because, like, there's so many people who are interested in alien stuff, and so many people who love festivals and, you know, these big EDM concerts and shit like that. So
yeah,
an EDM concert themed with aliens and UFOs, of course that's going to be big.
Yeah, it'd be fucking dope, too. Salty Frank says, must have used those memory wiping lights, or must have been the memory wiping lights they used on all of y'all. Maybe. Like fucking Men in Black.
Fucking go Eagles and the goddamn Eagles last night. Some bullshit, by the way.
The Eagles lose.
No, they beat the Packers.
Ugh. Sons of bitches.
Carson Wentz was like, hey, yo, Aaron Rodgers, suck a fat dick. And he did.
Well, that was a Thursday night game?
Yeah. Some Thursday night drama.
Shit.
I didn't even watch it. I don't even fucking care about football, but...
If you guys have any suggestions for more places you want us to go to, I'm down. We have money that we can go to places, so...
Yeah, we can start making videos there, too.
We're not broke anymore.
We're just tired.
Yeah. Just tired.
It's a big difference.
Yeah, but we can go. I want to go check out some spooky places.
I've been doing
It's
some
that spooky season.
Yeah, I've been doing some more research about that thing I told you about down in Roswell.
Yeah.
So apparently, if you guys don't know what Roswell is, it was the place where the supposed first alien craft crashed, or the first recorded alien crash of our generation and stuff. But somewhere in the middle of the desert, there's a cement door. And I guess if you go find the door and you open it and you go down, there's a ginormous abandoned facility under there. I'll show Forrest some pictures so he gets an idea of, like, what I'm talking about. But
it's just pictures of your asshole.
yeah, in different light.
Look at
Not
this
from this angle.
Look at this enormous facility.
Yeah. How many beans do you think you can fit in there?
We're gonna find out.
Oops. But I think that one would be cool. But I told Forrest this as a joke, but not really a joke. Abandoned stuff usually means old, like, not stable stuff. And being a chungus means I don't want to break that shit.
What if I fucking died? You're like, you gotta go in, and then fucking I die.
That would suck. That's what it looks like.
Oh shit, that's rad. I thought it was gonna be like you have to find a little door. That's a big door. I thought it was like, you know, lift it up.
No, it's ginormous inside too.
Damn, people go there?
Yeah.
You can get in? I want to go there. What?
Yeah.
Damn, that's fucking...
It's a missile silo.
Shit. Let's go.
It's behind barbed wire now, it looks like.
Good luck stopping me.
Yeah. You know,
unless they have landmines. That might stop me.
Has one that stopped you before, though? No.
Yeah, I'll fucking run. I'll backflip. I think I might be unstoppable. I'd probably break the mine, you know?
Yeah.
Fucking crush it by stepping on it and
Just
never
like
go.
shoots the explosion down to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, send it over, Googles, if you got a paranormal picture. Yeah, I think that'd be a cool place to go to.
Let me look at my phone real quick. I think I had something to do with paranormal before we get into more Area 51 shit.
We also talked, or I talked, for those of you who listen to the book club podcast, Read Between the Wines, I talked to that group about potentially doing a Stanley Hotel trip with Ye Old Forest as well, and do some recording up there and see if we could get in the room that Stephen King got his inspiration for The Shining from. If he actually saw some shit up there that's like in that book,
yeah,
that place is fucked up.
I'm going.
That place is super fucked up.
Yo! Oh, I thought it was about to do a real big message, but it was just the one. But Bieber says, I want to go to Roswell, but right now you can't go see the crash site because it got bought and the new owner hasn't opened up to the public yet, so I'm waiting to go until then. Hell yeah. Skinwalker Ranch, we've been there a few times.
Yeah, we've gone to Skinwalker a couple times. We have actually some crazy pictures from Skinwalker. Probably the only place that we've ever potentially seen some stuff at.
Yeah. So, yeah, we got some weird shit. We can repost them up on social media. Maybe after this we'll post it.
The problem with Skinwalker that we've had is now we've gone maybe like 6 or 7 times, and the last 6 or 7 times we haven't seen anything.
Yeah, it's a long drive.
Besides, like, you know, stuff in the sky, but that's satellites.
They open a bunch of, like, oil rigs out there around, so there's just a lot of fucking oil truckers, tankers driving up and down the roads.
A lot of loud noise, too.
Yeah. But yeah, Skinwalker's weird.
I think it'd be cool if we got, like, a following. Like a big enough following where we could do a meetup at Skinwalker Ranch.
That we storm Skinwalker Ranch.
Can't stop any of us.
Yeah, they don't have much security there, so.
Naked pics of Wes aren't crazy though. Damn, you right.
It's just you in the bushes naked.
I'm here.
That'd be pretty good.
I like that.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah. I got a tight shirt on. Wrong size, motherfucker.
Right.
Just got McDonald's. Some fries, motherfucker.
Wes, I was thinking, maybe if you fall in love with your problems, they'll leave you too.
Damn.
Okay, anyways.
That's a weird thing to say to me.
What was I gonna look up? Oh yeah. Paranormal shit. I thought I screenshot it. Maybe not. Oh, yeah, that's what I want to talk about soon. The catacombs. I want to do a show on that one.
What, in like fucking
Paris?
Paris?
Yeah, because there's a story I can kind of summarize. These 3 teenage kids got in there, and they were lost in there for like 3 days.
Oh, Jesus.
And I guess the dogs, they wouldn't have found the kids if it wasn't for the search dogs. And they took the kids right to the hospital. They had hypothermia, dehydration, and something happened. Like, they saw some shit down there, and they said they were all like in trauma when they took them to the hospital, and none of them will say what happened down there. Like, they said some, like, I don't know, I couldn't really find more. I didn't research too much though, but apparently like they saw some fucked up shit in the catacombs. So
damn.
Yeah, but could you imagine 3 days in the dark, lost in the catacombs?
Yeah, I honestly think like just 3 days in the dark would probably fuck you up.
Yeah, especially down there where there's just schools everywhere. And so I want to see if they actually said if they saw anything down there. But everyone that said that, like, when they found them, said like they were freaked out.
Damn.
They wouldn't. I don't even know if they talked for a couple days or something. I don't know. I've heard different stories, but I need to actually research most of it. But yeah, that'd be a weird one. So I want to talk about catacombs one of these days.
I think that's a great one. That's a great topic. Plus, that movie's great. As Above, So Below. Yeah. That's one of the better horror type films to come out.
Right? Isn't that what we say to Forrest since Wes has a girlfriend? I guess so. Now that you bring it up, I'm gonna have to drink myself. God, bring up repressed memories. Everyone leaves me that I love. My dad went for cigarettes, never came back. Oh, my dog ran away. My wife left me.
Your whore wife.
Did you fuck my whore wife?
Did you fuck my whore wife? And then Solly says, "Are you sure you got those fries from McDonald's and not Five Guys, motherfucker?"
That's good.
You could also say that one about Forrest. What does Forrest enjoy on Saturday nights? Five Guys, motherfucker.
I haven't had Five Guys in a minute.
Dude, I've only ate at Five Guys once. Jim, Bruce, Clark. Oh.
You son of a bitch.
Hey, man.
Yeah. But we could talk about some
Area 51 lore.
Yes.
Those of you who don't even know what Area 51's all about. My stuff's more boring.
So, let me see what this one is. So this is a website. I don't want to read all of it, but it's The Secret History of Area 51 explained by an expert. And so obviously it's popular again because of the meme.
Right.
Let's see. I thought I saw some weird shit in this. So, hold on. I'm going to read through this real quick while trying to talk to you guys. This is just talking about 70 people's experiences. Yeah, I don't want to read all these experiences. So yeah, we're not going to get into that one actually. It sounds more like it was testings they were doing on people than anything.
Well,
in that one.
It's funny you bring it up. That's a perfect segue. So, my grandma, who I've tried to get on the podcast, but we just haven't been able to figure it out. During her time as a younger adult, she was kind of into this stuff as well. And she had a group of friends who were really big in Area 51 around the time Bob Lazar popped off.
Yeah.
If you don't know who Bob Lazar is, go make your way over to Joe Rogan's podcast and watch the episode with him on it, and you'll get an idea of who he is. To summarize it, he claimed to have worked at Area 51 on some sort of futuristic tech that he couldn't understand. They were trying to reverse engineer it. Basically, he made it sound like it was alien. It was a UFO craft. It was alien technology. Anyways, my grandma's friend went with her boyfriend at the time, her husband, I'm not quite sure, to the Seeing Rock, which is a popular spot there where you can, I guess it's like this pretty big rock where you can look over the base and the sky's perfectly clear. It was like the perfect spot during the 80s and 90s that a bunch of people went to look at Area 51 because it's the hot alien spot.
Yeah. Like our background, a hot alien?
Yeah. Apparently, she and her husband had gotten... They don't know anything about it, but they went down there on a Friday night, woke up on the rock Monday.
What the...
And there was a 2 to 3 day gap in their life.
That's weird.
That's what they claim. And they don't have any idea what happened. They said the last thing they remember, they were out looking at the stars, looking over the base near that rock. Poof, woke up Monday on the back, like on their backs on the rock.
What? That's fucking weird.
I talked to my dad about it. My dad's like, they probably did a bunch of acid. I'm like, Dad, that's not really how that works.
Just blacked out for... Yeah, it's...
For that long?
No, I mean, no, you couldn't.
Yeah.
Well, you could, but I doubt
had
it.
to have done...
Yeah, to not remember a single thing then?
Yeah. So, I don't know if my grandma has contact with these people. I would love to go and, like, do an interview with them. Because, like, that would be cool to talk to them and see, like, what their take is on it. Yeah. Through my research, I did find some people who have claimed to... Kind of like what happened to you and Chandler when you were out at Dugway.
Oh, they were molested.
Yes. They claim to have been out and about in those areas and had fallen asleep and woke up a lot at a time later.
Huh.
A couple hours, a couple minutes. No one really knows what it is.
What are they doing?
Could it be them, like, could it just be the government, like, checking to make sure these people aren't threats?
Yeah, last time I leave my windows cracked.
Right?
That's weird.
Salty said I accidentally ordered child-size clip-ons instead of normal-size ties. Now all I got is small ties, motherfucker. God damn it.
Bieber says, I blame sonic weapons on people passing out like that.
Sonic weapons are scary.
Skadoosh.
They go fast.
So fast.
Salty Frank
Not quite as quick as me, but they're getting there.
How did Dwayne feel about this? Dwayne didn't even feel him on his back because he's so...
Oh, yeah. Damn it.
So what info do you got?
So, I want to talk... My dad told me about this, and I had no idea. And Timothy McVeigh had an obsession with Area 51. And for those of you that don't know who Timothy McVeigh is, he is the Oklahoma City bombing. So I'll tell about him a little bit. He was a domestic terrorist who perpetrated, this from Wikipedia, I'm just reading this real quick, perpetrated the 1995 Oklahoma City bombing that killed 168 people and injured over 680 others. So, like, fucking gnarly. What's up, Brandon?
Hey, what up, dude?
And the bombing was the deadliest act of terrorism in the United States prior to 9/11, and remains the deadliest act of domestic terrorism in the United States history. So that's who he is. Fucking bombing. I don't want to get too much into him. We can talk about him later on a different one because it'd be a cool topic too. But anyway, so my dad told me, he's like, you should look up Timothy McVeigh because he was obsessed with it. So for some reason he was obsessed with Area 51. So I have this. It's like a Google Doc, and it's in a group, and it's talking about Timothy McVeigh visiting Area 51, and the author of it is they're just go by the name Gray Alien, which is kind of fucking weird.
Kind of like Deep Throat.
Yeah. So Gray Alien wrote this on April 16th, 2001. And I'll just read it to you guys. So he says, according to the book American Terrorist, Timothy McVeigh in the Oklahoma City bombing made an unsuccessful attempt at infiltrating Area 51 in July or August of 1994. Here's an excerpt from the book. On his way to Nicholas New Digs from Kingman, Arizona, McVeigh had a couple of side trips, though nothing of taking a detour 500 miles or more to visit a site that interested him. His first stop was a place that had taken off the legendary status that one fringe community, American culture, the mysterious Area 51 installation in Area 51 in Roswell, New Mexico? Oh, okay, and this is correction, area, Rachel, Nevada. That's where it's at. But so rumors about the site, the military tested exotic aircraft, possibly even UFOs, at a remote outpost. That UFO had once crashed. At the site, an alien life forms had been found inside, but the incident has been kept secret. But it was more just curiosity that drove McVeigh there. He was ready to stir up a little more trouble too. McVeigh was outraged by the reports that the federal government had posted threatening signs at the site, warning use of deadly force had been authorized against people who crossed the boundary into the installation. McVeigh wanted to test that. He wanted to exercise his right as an American to walk on a public land, that he wanted to carry a gun there. McVeigh was eager to stand up to rent-a-cops he heard patrolled Area 51. As a former rent-a-cop himself, he knew that possessed no greater right to make an arrest than an average citizen. His plan was to drive as far as he could and then hike up a mountain so he could see the military base and airfield. Armed with his Ruger Mini 30 semi-automatic rifle, he was prepared to confront anyone who tried to stop him on public land. McVeigh planned to say back off after parking his Road Warrior, his car, and beginning his hike. He noticed security guards rumbling down the road toward him in a white unmarked Jeep. McVeigh had already passed deadly force sign and signs bearing photographs, which upset him. Since he brought a camera, you can't tell, this gang quotes, you can't tell me on public land that I cannot take a fucking picture, he thought. No rent-a-cop can tell me that. As the vehicle drew closer, he decided to toy with the guards. He ducked for cover behind some scrub brush and a little gully about 2 feet deep. The Jeep rolled up beside his car, and the 2 guards remaining inside the vehicle looked over the empty car. To McVeigh, they were sitting ducks. McVeigh in a gully, motionless and undetected, following. So he was in military, and following his military instincts, McVeigh stood up and walked several steps over the drivers of the Jeep. His gun was pointed at the ground. He knew he could have raised the barrel and wasted the guards with the pull of a trigger. In the end, though, just knowing he had the chance was good enough for him. These guys were just rent-a-cops like he used to be, not real government workers, not the true enemies. Instead, he surprised them by saying a friendly "hi," which spooked the guards, and they drove off. McVeigh waited until nightfall before hiking up the mountaintop. He was able to see the lights of the airfield in the early morning. As falls down, he made a second trip on the mountain, hurrying to get up to the hot desert sun. He was intent on taking photos of Area 51. Shirtless and saddled with the backpack, he hiked with rifle in hand. Halfway up, he heard rotors of a helicopter in the distance. There was no doubt in McVeigh's mind a government Black Hawk. And McVeigh stopped, turned around, and looked at the chopper approaching in the distance. He resumed his hike. The sound of the chopper blades told him the craft was coming up close. Still, he advanced, refusing to be intimidated by the chopper. As it passed over his head and swooped in low, hovering at air in the air, 30 yards, thirsty Jesus. Anyways, 30 yards in front of him. For an instant, he considered taking cover and shooting at the helicopter with his rifle. But he wasn't in combat, not yet. He knew the whole point of sending out a chopper was to frighten him. Most people, he knew, would have been scared out of their wits by a chopper flying that close. McVeigh merely raised his free hand and waved to the chopper's crew, taking a little slap at the authority. The craft hovered a second longer in the pitch back and left McVeigh. He hiked to the top of the hill, snapped his photographs. Later, he drove away from Area 51. A white Jeep followed behind him. McVeigh was the same rent-a-cops, running his license plate. No matter, he accomplished his mission, challenging the government's authority and satisfying his curiosity in one fell swoop. He found no evidence of UFOs, but his interest in undefined flying objects never flagged. Years later, on death row, he would watch the movie Contact 6 times over 2 days. Fascinated by scientists played by Jodie Foster, who makes contact with outer space aliens, and her long-dead father, sounds like Area McVeigh went to Area 51 so they could replace the microchip in his butt. Going by the last paragraph, it looks like John Hinckley is the only nutcase obsessed with Jodie Foster.
It's so interesting.
Yeah. What's up, Reaper?
Hey, long time.
So, yeah.
How you doing, Chris?
The Oklahoma City bomber obviously had a thing with the government.
Oh, yeah, he was definitely...
Nut job, obviously, but... So.
And Brandon, that's weird that you say that. Well, what makes it sound different from here on Twitch than Facebook? Because we're just running the same program for both.
Oh, really?
So on our side, it shouldn't sound different, but...
Oh, really? Sounds different? Huh. Is it better on one or worse?
It's weird. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, if it sounds worse, let us know.
Yeah.
It's weird, though, that a lot of... I don't know.
So it's weird that he thinks he had a microchip in his butt and the aliens replaced it.
4 sounded higher pitched on Facebook?
Huh. Anyways, boys,
We'll have to get back to you on that one. We'll have to look at that later. Thank you for letting us know.
Yeah, thanks, dude. Appreciate it.
It also is weird that... I don't know. I've grown to think that what if Area 51, especially doing some research... What if it's not anything to do with aliens? And what if it is just...
a bunch of sailors fucking in the desert?
Yeah, that would be the best option. No, but because I'll read you some of my research that I've been working on. I wanted to find out why they even used Area 51, why it came around. Let me see where I was at. Blah, 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 blah.
Butt fucking butts.
So, I'll read you some of my research to give you an idea, and then I'll go from there with my thoughts on all this. So, the origin of the name Area 51 is unclear. It is believed to be from an Atomic Energy Commission numbering grid, although Area 51 is not part of the system. It is adjacent to Area 15. Another explanation is that Area 51 was used because it was unlikely that the AEC would use that number, the Atomic Energy Commission.
Oh.
According to the Central...
Asshole energizing cunts.
Yes, that is also what it is.
Okay.
According to the Central Intelligence Agency, CIA, the correct name for the facility are Homey Airport and Groom Lake.
Homey airports.
Though the name Area 51 was used in a CIA document from the Vietnam War. The facility has also been referred to as Dreamland and Paradise Ranch.
Oh, damn, it sounds like they were testing... It's like MK Ultra shit is what it sounds like to me. Dreamland? That's some drug testing shit.
Right. Among other nicknames, the USAF Public Relations is referred to the facility as an operating location near Groom Lake. The special use airspace around the field is referred to as Restricted Area 4808 North, R4808 North. Lead and silver were discovered in the southern part of the Groom Range in 1864. And the English company Grumet Lead Mines Limited financed the Conception Mines in the 1870s, giving it the name Groom Lake. So it came from a mining company. J.B. Osborne, who was one of the mine leaders, and his son acquired interest in the Okay, that part's all dumb. So basically, Groom Lake was a salt flat in Nevada where they built some runways. And later on, those runways were, I guess, purchased or taken from the government. Or, excuse me, the government had either purchased or taken those runways, and now that's what we have at Area 51. And Groom Lake is interesting because it was a very successful mine. On top of the area was just weird with the type of minerals that were there.
Damn, space minerals.
Well, it's funny you say that because there was the rumor that there was a meteor that hit there.
Damn.
They say meteor.
That makes sense.
Who knows?
Because, like, you know, a lot of meteors and shit are high in precious metals like that.
Right.
Silver, gold. So, fuck, maybe space metals, man.
Right. Now,
adamantium. Shit.
Let's see here. Mining. So they kept mining materials until 1918, and then resumed after World War II until the 1950s. So there was an active mine there for 50 years.
Shit.
The airfield on the Groom Lake site began service in 1942 as Indian Springs Air Force Auxiliary Field, and consisted of 2 unpaved 5,000-foot runways. Now, what's interesting about that is the government had contracted that area. I had it here, and I don't know why my Google Doc fucked up.
Oh, the government. They got you.
Right.
They're coming.
So basically what, from my understanding, is they went out there and started building their facility because they were going to test new bombers. And it was like tech that no one else in the world had at the time. Now, if we transport ourselves back in time, or let's say that we were born in the 1900s, right? 1905. Okay, and we're in our 40s or 50s, and now we, for some reason, find ourselves in Nevada, and we look up and we see this ginormous U-2 bomber, or whatever they were called.
That might think that's a fucking alien.
Oh, we would for sure think that's an alien. Because what we're used to is, like, some dust cropping and some shitty-ass, like...
pussy-ass planes.
Yeah, pussy-ass planes. Now we have this B-2 rocket bomber that's ginormous, loud, big, and scary.
They're here.
I think that's where the origin of UFO came from, to be honest with you. So I kind of wonder sometimes that if this whole time they have just been all this new tech that they come up with, because we know the government's probably 20 years ahead of what we know.
Yeah.
If they just if they just test it out there.
Yeah, definitely. Salty says, what if you went to Area 51 and got a brisk welcome to Chili's, and its research facility around is the only Chili's that doesn't microwave every single menu item?
Jesus, it'd be the best Chili's ever.
Damn.
So Brandon says, you know what I was thinking? How the government was so intent on making sure the Invade Area 51 event was deterred. It sort of felt like they actually feared the mob accomplishing or finding something out.
Definitely. They got some secret shit there regardless, whether it's aliens or just top secret military shit. Well, either way, they don't want anyone finding that.
Yeah, and I'm sure on top of it too, like they just...
Could you imagine if a mob of us, if like as many people said they're going, like let's say 1.5 million people showed up, how many fucking other government spies would show up to that shit?
Oh yeah. I mean, that's something they have to worry about.
Yeah.
B-Bert says launching the weather balloons to your mom's house. Damn. You right.
B-Bert says there's so many nuke tested out there, the air might microwave the food for you. Yes. Same thing with Dugway. Apparently, this is kind of topic, but some guy that I used to work with, he was in the Marines like forever. He was in his 40s, I think. but he was Marines, high class, like shit his whole life, and then he retired from that when he had a family, and then re-enlisted into the National Guard. And he said basically what he did was a spy work, and he told us that, oh man, hopefully this doesn't get me killed. He was saying that for a while, whether it's true or not, I don't know, that they had the 2 planes that dropped the nukes on Japan in the side of a mountain out there dug away for a long time, fenced up inside like somewhere out there, because it was so like still to this day so nuclear radiated that they just had him in the mountain. But I don't know if that's true or not, but he told us that.
It makes sense.
Yeah, they were out there.
They had to have gone somewhere, right?
Yeah.
And speaking of nukes, Area 51 shares a border with the Yucca Flat region of the Nevada test site, the location of 739 of the 928 nuclear tests conducted by the United States Department of Energy. So 739 nuclear tests happened in that area.
That's a fuck ton.
Yeah. And the Yucca Flat region is 44 miles long, southwest of Groom Lake.
Shit. Salty Frank says you're joking, but that he says to Bieber, you're joking, but that's how microwave was discovered. Close, but yeah, like it was discovered because they were testing weapons and microwaves in the military, and one of the soldiers' chocolate bars melted, and so they found out heat up your food with no radiation, because all it does is fucking make friction in the molecules in your food and the water. It's the liquid in there that does it. The fucking thing, like you rub your knuckles together, it heats up. Right. That's all it does. Everyone thinks it's like radiation, but all it does is make your fucking shit friction. Right. But yeah.
Do you know who J-Rod is?
Oh, he's a great rapper. I'm J-Rod. I'll fuck you in the puss with my A-Rod.
Oh yeah, I forgot that guy existed.
No, I was making that up.
Oh, I thought that was a real thing. Sound like some Ice JJ Fish right there. So J-Rod is apparently either an alien that they had captured in space and brought back, or is the alien that had crashed at Roswell.
Ooh. I bet that guy's still around. He's probably old as fuck. He's just a grandpa alien.
Right. So this article and this stuff that I've been researching, I'll just read for you. It says, you may have read or seen video footage about the alleged alien ambassador who called himself J-Rod, who was one of 2 surviving Greys captured when their craft crashed in Kingman, Arizona in the early 50s. Let's see here. A man by the name of Dan Bershish was a microbiologist who worked for Naval Intelligence and the Defense Intelligence Agency from 91 to 96, and at one point went to work at Area 51 Groom Lake and then S4. At S4, he was asked to take tissue samples from the captured alien with whom he became close friends over the next 2 years. During this time, J-Rod revealed to Dan, because I don't know how to say his last name, that his race had actually inhabited Earth many thousands of years prior before being forced to leave by several factors. A shift in the poles, extensive solar flares, extensive crumbling of Earth's mantle. He told Dan that his species had wandered the stars, but that now they had returned to retrieve what Dan said J-Rod referred to as lost genetic factor from the human race.
It's like Superman.
And hopefully to establish a friendship if possible. After being probed, tested, and imprisoned at Area 51,
why that was probed?
Dan, the one person who cared for J-Rod's mental and emotional well-being during the confinement, supposedly brought him to Abydos in Egypt, a natural stargate, where Dan himself pushed his alien friend through the stargate, from where he disappeared, never to be seen again. I have personally attested to this extraordinary energy at Abydos, and have described some of the anomalies in my book, which is titled Where Pharaohs Dwell, over the years. With many seekers I have brought to Egypt, I have experienced other dimensions there. Warping of time and physical energy shifts.
Shit.
We have spent time in the living library of the Temple of Setu I, and also visited the timeless Osiren, which my friend, the renowned Hakim Awan, and I agree at least 50,000 years old, define the history books and the establishment archaeological legends. It is exceptional that we still have the opportunity to experience such powerful vortex. The sacred Egypt journey through the Stargate, October 11th, 2016, does not include Abydos in the original program, but we are offering it as an optional for a small fee. So, this guy obviously is...
Do these fucking aliens just speak English?
Right. Here is my appeal to all the seekers among you. With the world in a state of confusion and despair, your opportunities to ever experience such places are diminishing. And surely after the elections in the U.S., there will be more restrictions. Temples are being ravaged around the world. One was just destroyed in Mexico by fanatic Havaius witnesses.
Piece of shit.
And I don't know how much longer Abydos will be there for us. Therefore, if you have the dream of visiting Egypt, while these unraveled energies are still intact, please make your decision now to register for your trip. So,
what's up, Axel Diamond?
I think that his first stuff is interesting. The J-Rod stuff, there's lots of information about J-Rod.
Huh.
But skeptic in me just wants me to believe this is all just sell stuff.
Yeah, fuck. Homeboy speaks English.
Yeah.
It's like perfect. A movie. Like that movie with Tim Riggins from Friday Night Lights.
Yeah.
Where he goes to Mars. Virginia. Oh, yeah, he drinks a potion to get that language.
Yeah, potions.
Oh, shit, that's all you gotta do is drink some drugs, then you know other languages, I think.
Now.
Yeah, he's clapping alien cheeks. Why are they always probing? Why are they probe?
Because you gotta see what's in the cornhole.
They got no butt stuff? The aliens like butt stuff? What's going on here?
It doesn't matter if you
that's
like
what I don't understand. How'd that come about? Either it really happened, and that's why it came about, or some sick fucks like they put shit up your ass. As always with the butts.
What's up, XL Diamond?
I'm so curious by this now. I gotta research where this fucking probing thing came from.
Now,
why'd they put anything up the dick hole? They probe your dick hole?
Because you can put a lot of shit in your ass. You can't put a lot of shit in your dick hole.
I bet you can.
I'll take this bet. I can fit way more stuff in my ass than you can fit in your dick hole.
Do you think that aliens have 2 vaginas? Because I just saw this thing where this chick had 2 vaginas and she got pregnant in both of them.
Okay. Are they going to be twins?
No, not at the same time. She just had a kid in each vag.
Oh.
So man, do you think he's like, baby, let's get freaky and fuck you and the other puss tonight? What's up, B1994?
This is Brandon.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey, fellas, so I have a short paranormal story that I want to share with you guys, but I'm working on an online English tutor and have a reservation in a few minutes. I'll be back in about 20 minutes. Cool.
Perfect. Yeah. You can always send it to us anywhere, and we can read it. Facebook, obviously, our Facebook, Twitch. Send us that shit, and we'll read it.
These human cheeks.
Yeah, fine.
Now, I did find,
That's a probing? They fuck you?
I'm excited for you to see this guy's picture, because...
Is it just me?
No.
Oh.
So this guy put up, as requested, I have been in Area 51 AMA on Reddit.
Ask my ass. What the fuck? That guy's an alien.
Dude, that guy will fucking like...
That, I'm pretty sure that guy had a song called Jesus Christ is my N-word.
Yes. Okay, so...
That guy's... Fuck. I got it. What's his name? We're gonna pull him up on...
On Reddit, it's r/IMA.
Oh,
IAMA.
Is his name? Is that J-Rod?
Oh wait, no. User KIVER 16.
What? KIV
ER 16.
16. Cause I gotta show you this fucking guy, guys. Reddit. Oh, fuck. Wait, Alexa plays Mo Bamba? That was one of his Reddit posts.
There he is.
There he is. Okay. Let me pull this up for you guys. Cause you gotta see this fucking guy. Hold on, I don't know if you can see that, son of a bitch. Oh, let me move it over a little bit. Display cam. Look at this fucking guy.
Let's just leave that up for a little while. While I go through this.
That guy's an alien. Man, you look super pale with these cameras set up.
Yeah.
We'll have to adjust it later.
Yeah, that's fine.
I didn't fuck with it too much. Anyways, we'll fix our shit later.
So on this AMA, it says, I am writing this for my mom's boyfriend, who we live with, Stephen Gorvin, who has in fact been in Area 51. He was there testing the Mars rover. He is the chairman and co-founder of Honeybee Robotics.
Huh.
Here's proof okay, so if you want to click on his links. So, this was 7 years ago. Keep that in mind. This is way before the memes.
Okay.
How much of it did you see? How was security compared with a regular military base? Did you see anything unusual or unexpected? And this is the response. I saw a lot of it. It's a big place. I was driving around probably for 25 miles. I think it was from the southwest gate. Security was effective but light. In other words, there were civilians outside the gate with lawn chairs and telescopes, but they didn't get anywhere near getting inside. But I had a pass. Yes, I saw a strange. It wasn't just me. 2 of us saw a strange aircraft flying low across the desert floor, and it went up and over these mountains that were in front of us. We figured it was a test flight of a secret aircraft.
Well, that's kind of reasonable.
Based on what you saw of the low-flying aircraft, how many decades away would you estimate we are from hoverboard technology? This is an important and serious question. He just replied, probably pretty damn close.
Huh.
This guy asked, Area 51 has a gift shop, ? Yes.
What kind of gift shop? Is he talking about alien research facility?
I don't know. Except for aliens, is there anything else Area 51 is involved with? Testing. It's like a test range for the military and other government agencies.
I knew that because, yeah, there's this show. I want to find it, guys, because I used to watch it all the time on TV with old Peepaw, and this guy his whole TV show was him at Area 51, and he, I don't know how he got a TV show, to be honest. I don't know. But anyways, he, filmed Russian aircrafts coming in all day long.
Oh.
Like planes, like Russian commercial airlines.
Interesting.
Yeah, Russian planes. A lot of Russian planes going to Area 51.
This guy asked, what's one thing you can tell us about Area 51 that we don't know but should? He says,
Chaps on K here.
Yes. I would say probably how truly vast it is and how remote. Despite the fact that it's in the USA, it's so remote. What is the most interesting fact that you know? Let's just get straight to it. And I mean interesting as in, wow, I can't believe that is true. That the size of the apparent disk of the moon in a solar eclipse is the same exact size as the sun. There's no reason why that should be.
Wait, what? Say it again, sorry.
That the size of the apparent disk of the moon in a solar eclipse is the same exact size as the sun.
Oh, okay.
This person says, is it mainly underground or above ground? I didn't see any underground facility. It's mostly desert, and I was out in the desert.
Huh. He's right there. But it seems like they'd have underground shit. Too much openness above ground.
This person asked, have you seen anything significant that you're not allowed to talk about? And they put at Area 51, no.
Huh. This guy's just becoming a normal man. I thought he was going to tell some weird shit.
It just kind of, yeah, this was a little bit.
It's cool, though. I don't know, it makes me believe him more because he's not saying too crazy as shit.
Honestly, like, there's a lot of this. I mean, he has like 2,000 comments. A lot of it is him just answering the questions like how a normal person would.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. But it's still cool.
Respect.
I remember, I won't say his name on here. I think I've talked about it before, that I worked with this gentleman at one of my former jobs, and he actually got a temp job at Dugway. And he was actually...
I didn't realize the chat was up there this whole time. Oh,
well. I still don't quite understand what his job title was or exactly what he was doing, but he was measuring how big craters were after testing certain like missiles or dynamite or something like that. It's a really weird temp job, and like I immediately got fascinated. I was like, "Oh, tell me more.
What's out there? Tell me more. Tell me more. Is she a whore?
Yeah, come out and ride in my pussy wagon, baby."
That should be a new song.
That's the name of his car in fucking that movie.
Oh,
the pussy wagon.
Fuck, I haven't seen that in a
slide
minute.
that one through one of the Mormon fucking
shit
fandom of that show.
Huh.
Anyways, I was asking him like, well, what was there anything weird? And he's an older gentleman, and I don't think he understood that like where my fascination was coming from. But he did say the weirdest thing that he saw there, and I've told you this, that when he was traveling in on bus, like obviously he was only allowed a certain area.
Yeah.
That somewhere on the mountains over at Dugway, which is in Utah, that there was a gate that was fenced off into the mountainside with a door, but there was barbed wire on the inside.
I don't
Not
know.
on the outside of the gate.
That's weird as fuck. That kind of sounds like where they kept the planes, though. But why is it fucking... That's weird.
Yeah, because he said, like...
That's
he
what
was
they...
explaining to me, is like, you know how if you were to climb, like, there's like a barbed wire fence.
Kind of like the Denver airport.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, there's barbed wire fence for, like, if you're trying to
Keeping
climb up and
people out,
over,
yeah.
you can't. But it was on the
like,
opposite
this
side.
way. So yeah, like it's trying to keep something in.
Yeah.
But what are they trying to keep in that has a weakness of barbed wire?
Exactly. I mean, it could just be...
My only weakness.
Could just be a weird,
Yeah.
you know, fuck up somewhere.
I don't know. It's fucking weird. Very peculiar. I mean, I said it right for once.
Right. Now, I'm going to finish reading this site because it's pretty cool. And then we can just talk about whatever and whatever else you got for this.
I don't know if I have much more, but yeah, go for it.
So this website is pretty straightforward, the title.
What if I just came in your room and then I went, "Hey!" What'd you do?
Hey, what? What do you need? You trying to get those cheese clap, bud? This website's called AliensEverythingYouWantToKnow.com.
Okay.
Pretty straightforward.
Yeah. It gives us right what we need to know.
So, it just gives you a lot of general information about Area 51. Some of this will be summarized for what we've talked about already.
First, do you think aliens drink, or do you think they have some special space booze? Because I want to try this space booze.
Maybe it's fucking way better.
Well, it's kind of like absinthe. It makes you hallucinate, too.
Yeah, or they're just like, a sip will just fuck you up.
Damn, and then you wake up. Fuck, what if you woke up and you're like, oh, I've been Alec Baldwin this whole time?
That'd be crazy. Then you call your fucking daughter and call her a pig.
Dumb bitch. Okay, so anyways, read.
So, we can't be Bert. Sorry, we have to work on that next time.
I can see a tiny bit, but yeah, it's kind of bright on his side. I didn't fuck with.
Spoos, call it spoos.
Spoos.
You want some spoos?
Yeah, it is pretty bright on that side. I noticed too. I can fuck with it a tiny bit, but not too much.
So I'll start reading this. So Area 51. That's what this first part is titled. Dreamland is the code name for Area 51. Area 51 is a secret military base located about 90 miles north of Las Vegas, Nevada. It is also known as Groom Lake, named for the dry lake bed the military base is sitting on. The size of the base is 6 miles wide by 10 miles long. Recently, the federal government has seized an additional 85,000 acres surrounding the base to keep observers at a distance. Contained somewhere on the grounds is a large air base that the U.S. government will not discuss. It is considered so sensitive that only those who take on oath of secrecy for life are allowed in. Civilian contractors and others who work at the base are flown in every morning aboard unmarked planes with blacked out windows.
Damn.
It's said that the structures are built deep into the desert floor with buildings going down 30 to 40 stories below the surface.
That's a lot.
Now, they do have restricted signs all over the place. We saw some.
Yeah.
This one, probably a little old. It says, restricted area, no trespassing beyond this point. Photography prohibited. And then the warning of, hey, you try and come in, we'll fucking shoot you. Use of deadly force. The perimeter of the base is covered with ground sensors and listening devices to detect even the smallest intrusion.
They just kill a fucking mouse for crossing.
It is also heavily patrolled by armed guards from the Waken Hut Corporation, a very serious private security firm.
Well, Umbrella
These
Corp.
guys aren't your normal rent-a-cops and local concert promoters use. In short, they will kill you. End of story.
Yeah, right.
The board of directors of the Waken Hut Corporation reads like us who's of intelligence community. Here are some of the guys who are said to be or have seen on the board. Admiral Bobby Ray Inman, former deputy CIA director, and a bunch of other high military positions. If you know anything about the military, you know who this guy is. Frank Calcia, former deputy director of the CIA. General Joseph Carroll, former DIA, Defense Intelligence Agency director.
Damn,
Clarence Kelly, former FBI director. James J. Rowley, former...
All these guys are for the private sector thing?
Former Secret Service detective. Look at that guy. Tell me that guy doesn't look like he's a fucking mobster.
Yeah, I'll cut your fucking eyes, motherfucker.
William Casey, former CIA director. He's deceased. R.I.P. So what's the big deal, they ask. Area 51 was first opened in 1955 as a testing facility for the U-2 spy plane being developed by Lockheed Aircraft. Hey, I know those guys. Area 51 has since become a popular symbol for the U.S. government alien UFO cover-ups. Area 51 is supposedly where recovered alien spacecrafts are being tested and reverse engineered to learn how they work.
To be honest, at this point, I think it's so... Oh, I don't know, it's tricky. Because I think it's so obvious. Like, everyone knows about Area 51. So, like, I don't know. It's in my head, they're like, let's move it somewhere else, and this will be a front. But maybe, it's so obvious that's where they keep them.
Or maybe they've put so much money there that they can't afford to move it.
I don't know, man. The government can afford anything.
True. S4, which Bob Lazar talks about. S4 is a piece of land that is part of Area 51. The most secret research actually takes place there, or so we've been told.
Yeah, man, it seems like they're leaking shit on purpose.
Yeah.
But, man, maybe they're like, they're not going to believe us that we put this actually here where we said we put it.
Right. The military base is so well known that every school in America recognizes its name. It has been a part of most UFO researchers' vocabulary for decades. Every military power in the world is aware of Area 51. As part of an international treaty called the Open Skies Treaty, the United States government is required to fly other countries over the base upon demand. Which, I guess that could be a Russia thing, because if Russia really is at war, they have to fly them over. The U.S. government has privileges for their base. Not only that, but Area 51 is not just a U.S. base. It is an international base being run by a group of many countries.
So it's like...
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Air surveillance photos. Partly as a result of this arrangement, there's literally thousands of air...
jacket. It's so hot.
Yeah, it's way hot in here. There are thousands of air surveillance and satellite photographs available of this secret base. Russian surveillance photographers Russian and surveillance photographs taken from their satellite of Area 51 are available to anyone over the internet, any day, anytime, for free. I have even included one here in your chat. Okay, blah, blah, blah. So they put a picture, but it's really not anything to write home about. The mainstream media catches up. In April 1994, great year, I was born, I'm just saying, Popular Science magazine featured a satellite photo of the Groom Lake base on the cover. The issue contained an article on the base and its history. This ignited mainstream media interest in learning more about Area 51. Even TV personality and broadcaster Larry King has gone to Area 51 and done a whole show from a set just outside the perimeter. If Larry King knows, how secret could it be? Aurora superplane. Now, I don't know anything about this. When I say Aurora, I'm not talking about your dad's Oldsmobile.
Shit. That's where the fucking homeboy shot up the Batman theater.
A little different.
Oh.
The Aurora is a new kind of supersonic plane that allegedly flies out of Area 51. Its estimated cost is $15 billion.
Yeah.
It runs on controlled
Chump
explosions of cryogenic, real cold methane or ammonia. Estimated speed 8 times the speed of sound, or around 6,000 miles per hour. It leaves a vapor trail from the engine's explosions that resemble donuts strung on a rope.
That's like me when I nut.
Boo! Damn. There is a lawsuit. It says it may lift the veil of secrecy. As reported in the Wall Street Journal, New York Times, and CBS on 60 Minutes, Area 51 is being sued.
Area 51, the base is being sued?
I guess.
Huh.
I don't know how old this article is, though. They're not going to win.
Yeah. It's a government, man.
The lawsuit and the allegations are serious.
China.
The government is afraid the veil of secrecy upon the very existence of the base could be lifted, and is arguing that any disclosure about Area 51 could pose a serious risk to national security.
Understandable.
Bill Clinton has signed an executive order exempting Area 51 from releasing its environmental reports to the public.
Damn, better have blowjobs than no jobs.
Right. Bob Lazar has claimed he had worked in Area 51 spacecraft, or had worked in alien spacecraft at Area 51. Lazar says that 9 alien saucers are housed there to learn how they work. They reverse engineering for all you techno geeks. Lazar's saga is long and controversial. After coming forward and making his statements, Lazar's record of employment and evidence of his attending school all disappeared. He was later indicted and plea bargained on a charge of pandering and solicitation. However,
go for a second.
However, Lazar was working as a bookkeeper at the time. One of his clients was running a prostitution ring on the side.
Jesus.
It was well established that Lazar was bookkeeping only for the client's legitimate business and was not involved in the client's shady side business. It was evident from the beginning that the real target was Lazar. Many of the things Lazar initially said sounded outlandish, but have since been confirmed by other sources. Now, that's the thing about Bob Lazar that I find interesting, is the shit that he talked about when he first came out to the press back in, I don't even know what year it was, they don't have it mentioned here, has been proven.
Yeah, but so to me, so I don't really believe him. I know you don't really believe him too much. And to me, it sounds more like that he didn't work there. But obviously, if these accusations against him are true, and if he was in some shady business, I think maybe he knew or heard something of someone that was there. I don't know. To me, if the information he's saying is, well, obviously it was true, but it sounds more like stuff he heard and tried to sell it off as his own rather than him actually being there. But that's what I think.
See, I'm torn on a couple things because I don't know if I believe all of his stories, but the one thing that stands out to me the most is when he talked about the element.
That's what I'm saying. It sounds more like, to me at least, that he fucking heard some shit, and then, because I don't know, a lot of his stories were wrong, a lot of them were right, but it sounds like he heard some shit, used those stories for himself, and then made some other shit up, and that's what's wrong.
Right. No, I could definitely see where that's coming from. The only, whether or not he was there and worked with this element, or it was someone else and he was just talking for them or stealing their info.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that makes me think that he
knows some shit.
Because he talked, I don't remember, it was element like 151 or some crazy element that they didn't even, no one on the planet knew existed when he came out and started talking about this.
It came out, like 20 years later?
It came out 20 years later. Some Russian scientist discovered it, but the Russian scientists, and even still to this day, can't get it to do what Bob Lazar said it could do.
Huh.
But they know it can.
Huh.
So that's the only thing that, like, and his little documentary came out and all that, and like he does still get raided by the government.
Yeah, obviously.
So,
I would have to be the kind of guy I need to talk to. So I feel like I can get a better grip on, is this guy bullshitting me or not in person, telling me shit?
Right.
Rather than watching videos.
And then the whole thing because, he blew back up with Joe Rogan's podcast, obviously.
Yeah, did he have something come out before? Is that why he went on Joe Rogan's?
Yes, the documentary.
Okay.
The whole thing with his migraines and, like, I personally don't buy it, and I'll tell you why. I feel like if I were the company I work for, let's say I come out and say like some crazy shit about them or like the tech that they have, like maybe it's crazy above what civilians think we have.
Yeah.
Right. And I get in a lot of trouble for it, and like my life gets threatened or whatever. And then 20 years down the road, I claim to have migraines and not remember the stories as well. Now, to me, what that sounds like is, if I just say I have migraines and I don't like talking about this means that I get leeway on if I fuck my story up.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Because I really think that if he is 100%, if everything that he said is 100%, even if it does bother him to talk about it now, maybe it did ruin his life.
Yeah.
Maybe this was an awful thing for him to do, and he's had to go through so many loops. He even said that people in his outer circle have lost their jobs and their credibility because they're associated with him.
Shit.
And if that's true, that'd probably fuck your life up.
Yeah.
But to not come out, like to come and then say how much you hate talking about it, but like blame headaches and migraines on you like forgetting stuff.
Yeah.
That seems shady.
Do you want one reason I don't believe him? He's not a registered sex offender. Every time that a fucking person has real information, the government always says they found him with child porn. Fucking every goddamn time they always find child porn on these fucking assholes. And that's when I believe I'm like, they found some shit. Because every time they're like...
They just use that as like a...
Yeah, because you're like, why are you going to believe that guy has child porn? That the government uses it every fucking time. We found child porn on his computer. House Raid found child porn. Every fucking time, and then it throws their credibility away. No, once they find child porn, Bob Bizarre.
That's an interesting thing.
Every fucking time, child porn or sex offender, he's sexually assaulted someone. It's always fucking sex crimes. Usually child porn, because no one's gonna believe a guy that's a child predator ever. Fuck.
No, yeah, no, that.
So that's one reason I don't believe him, because every time that like these stories are like, oh, that's fucking real. Boom, child porn they find every fucking time.
Even if it's fake.
Yeah, they always fund fucking child porn.
Because if you, yeah, cause
that's
like,
a government's go-to. Get this guy out child porn.
Yeah, because like exactly what you say, everyone will just be like, "Oh, disgusted with him."
Yeah,
they won't want to hear anything he says, and now
it happens constantly.
His credibility in any media cover, they're not going to cover a child predator.
No. So there was this dude. I gotta find him. There's this phone call. I don't know if you remember it. I'll have to look it up. Where he was telling his mom that he found some shit. I don't know if he's doing documentary. I can't remember all the stories, so I'm just gonna kind of tell you what I kind of remember. So either he was doing a documentary or worked for some shit, but he came across something like crazy, and he called his mom. I think he left voicemails, and he's like, I found some shit. If I die, you gotta go to the fucking news right away and tell him all this. And before he said that, they said he was a child predator, and then like 2 weeks later he disappeared for like 2 weeks and then was found dead. And after, he was like, I got some shit, like this is some serious shit. I've got some, like, I need to leak this. This is some top secret shit. And child predator, fucking dead every time. So that's one reason I don't really believe Bob Bizarre. He was never a child predator.
That's interesting. But he was running a prostitution ring, which back then that may have been.
Yeah, maybe.
Huh.
It's always sex crimes, man.
Yeah.
It's the government's go-to. So if you guys are fucking, if they ever come out and say I'm a child predator, I had some shit.
Yeah, you had some real shit. You know, speaking of stuff like along those lines, I was telling you about some research I'm doing on to go along with the Epstein stuff.
Yeah.
Which, if you guys...
It fucking disappeared.
If you guys are not paying attention to that and how our media works,
it's fucking...
you guys are fucking blind.
Epstein, they got some secret shit coming on, and all of a sudden, boom, let's impeach Trump. All this shit starts coming out. No one's talking about Epstein right now.
No.
It was like 2 weeks, like, this dude's about to leak some shit.
He has real
disappears.
Evidence. He's fucking dead. He committed suicide.
Allegedly, man. Either he's on an island or he's dead. I don't know. But
he didn't commit suicide. He was either
murdered or he's living his life on an island somewhere. Yeah.
Because I came across
his fucking guards and the most secure dude on the fucking planet at the time.
Yeah.
They fall asleep at the exact same time.
Right. I'm doing a little bit of research from something that I found. It's a long stretch of stuff, but it may need to be talked about, and it's linking a lot of these celebrity deaths or suicides in the past 5-6 years.
Oh, I got one.
Keep based talking. Off of their work towards busting this big pedophile ring that everyone knows exists.
Yeah, I got one. Hold on.
I mean, we're talking about people who you would never think would have been working on it or even just helping fund it because they know it might better humanity to bust something like this, and they end up dead.
Shit, it's gone. But so anyways, a Playboy model just died right when she said she has 100% proof of an elite sex trading organization or something. She was a Playboy model and dead.
Well, I just think that if people don't think that money controls the media, like they don't, the media sources, the big media sources that you read on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or whatever your news intake is, if you don't think that they're ran by money,
they're planned, man. They're putting this shit on purpose.
They don't give a shit about the truth.
Fuck no, fake news.
If let's say, okay, hypothetically, let's say the Clinton thing was real, right?
Blowjobs?
No, like the whole the
emails?
Clinton. No, the pedophile ring.
Oh yeah.
The Clinton pedophile ring. Let's say that
Homeboy
that's
Epstein
real,
had a giant picture of fucking Bill Clinton painted in cross dress
right?
hanging in his house.
So let's say that that's all real, which it
Pizzagate,
probably
which is what it's called, but
if you don't think that the Clintons could go to every single media company, pay them off, and say, "Hey, we don't want our names brought up again in any of your media coverage," of course it's not going to be brought up.
I thought that homeboy, old Billy boy, I thought homeboy was gonna smoke Ariana Grande. He was giving those eye fuckings.
Dude, I think
He's like, she looks just young enough.
I think that it's really bad. I think it's really bad out here. And the media, I mean, look, now everyone's talking about Greta.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't know what's
She
fucked
disappeared
up?
for a while. She was like super popular when Trump was first president when she was younger.
Yeah, because she was doing everything in the EU.
Yeah.
And America
yeah.
doesn't give two fucking shits about the EU.
No.
And now that she's over here, America is disgusting. I
Yeah.
hate this country.
Mm.
And I hate most of the people.
Fucking weirdos, man.
I don't
Look
give
at
a shit.
TikTok, guys.
I
Sick.
don't give a shit about if you think whatever you think about climate change.
Yeah.
Okay. I know that this girl, she's probably getting talked to
Manipulated.
and manipulated, and it's probably a big money thing.
But still.
But
To attack a 16-year-old autistic girl?
yeah, grow the fuck up. Like,
yeah, she's a fucking 16-year-old girl with autism who, whether she's being manipulated or not, is trying to save the goddamn planet.
yeah, she's trying. Like, it's coming from a good place, and people are mad because she's aggressive.
Yeah.
We need aggression.
Yeah, we do.
We need fucking aggression. But no, everyone turns it into memes, and then this story and her whole entire thing will be dead within 2 weeks when it actually gets to a point of maybe changing something, and then they either get bought out or threatened.
Right?
I don't want to live in this place for much longer. Come to Mexico, LOL. Let's take some ayahuasca. Do you guys ever talk about ayahuasca? We talk about ayahuasca. Now, I have not personally done ayahuasca. I'm open to the idea.
Yeah, dude, I'm down to come hang out in Mexico. I need to get my passport.
Fuck yeah.
We got some friends, got some family down in Mexico. We'll come down there.
Now I'm way down. But yeah, sorry, that was my little rant on how much I hate this place.
Motherfuckers! I don't know. I think it's everywhere, though.
I don't think it's as bad anywhere else, though.
I don't know, man. You see what's going on in the fucking EU shit? Like Britain?
No, right.
They're trying to kick out all immigrants.
Right.
They got some wild shit. I don't know. I think we see more America. I don't know. We're like the fucking front page shit. And I don't know. I'd have to go somewhere else to see if they got some weird shit going on. But we do have some scum of people here.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know. We're sick as humanity.
It costs
We're
about
fucking-
$85 to try ayahuasca. Ooh, that's a tempting offer, my guy. Can I have some of your little smoke thing?
Yeah,
Is it gonna fucking kill me?
no, it's almost out of juice, so don't take too big hits. You know, wait till it lights up though, at least.
No, I did.
Okay. You can do bigger than that. Just don't go. If people are wrong about climate change, why is it so bad to try to better our planet we have?
Exactly.
Fuck this planet. We're trying to burn up resources and go out and bang. I don't know. It's money. The people that have money are gonna be dead soon. So why should they give a shit about saving a planet that they won't be on?
Yeah, but that's the perpetual problem that will last forever. Someone
Yeah,
needs
exactly.
to eventually step up before it just never.
No, I think it's just gonna be done. So I've seen that movie. Is it Interstellar? No, fuck. What's the one with Matthew
Yeah,
McConaughey?
it's Interstellar.
Interstellar.
All they can make is corn.
Yeah, just corn. That's it. For reals though, if you guys ever want to come down to be my guest, Guadalajara. You live in Guadalajara? Hell yeah. Don't know if you guys ever heard of it. Yeah, of course.
I mean, I might be down for a Mexico trip.
Me too. Yeah, we have friends that would take us down. One of our friends' little sister's getting married soon. I don't know where she's at exactly, but
What?
I'd love to go down to Mexico.
Who's getting married?
Manuel's sister?
She's getting married?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later. I didn't know that. What in the world? Topshelfers live in fucking Guadalajara. Guadalajara, excuse me.
Yeah. Good old Manny.
Yeah. Tell what's your ghost story, and we'll close out on on that.
Yeah, if you want to type it up.
I don't have much of Area 51 else I want to talk about besides.
It's just, basic what everyone already knows.
Yeah.
It's just and personal stories.
I don't know. You remember Brandon from high school?
I'd have to look at a picture. I probably do.
I remember poning some noobs in our computer class in Dota.
Yeah, dude, I probably remember you.
That was good times. Good times.
What was your last name? Luna? Is that what I saw? Oh, look, man. I'm pretty sure I'd remember you. Yeah, dude, I remember you. Definitely. You're in Mexico now? That's dope.
I think Mexico would be a fun time.
Yeah. Yeah, what's your paranormal story?
I have to brush up on my Spanish beforehand, though.
Me Almo Forest.
Yeah.
Is Me Almost Forest? Oh, you went. No, nice.
Probably a good call.
Yeah. Still same old Utah.
Yep. It's gotten a little bit more progressive, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're good. We'll chat for a sec when you type up your story. But yeah, I don't know. I try to learn some Spanish, but I just don't stay consistent with it. So like I'll be learning and I'll say some shit and then I'm like, fuck.
I think it's one of those things too where it'd be easier to learn if you like did it with like 2 or 3 people and then like made it a thing like every single day you either text or call or talk to them in Spanish.
Yeah, you definitely have to talk in a different language.
Yeah.
My problem is I was learning French and Spanish at the same time. So sometimes I'll say combine both. Like salut, I think it's goodbye or hello in French and stuff, but like salute, bottoms up in Spanish.
Right. Languages are just weird in general. Do you think we'll ever have a universal one? Like a true universal one? I know English is kind of universal. Like, even in places that don't teach English. Like
it's always a second language, yeah.
I don't know. So what if they were just like, hey, from here on out, everyone just needs to learn the same fucking language. Like, we all need to grow up. Because I think, isn't Mandarin still the most used language?
Hey Siri, what's the most spoke language? Punk rock.
That ain't right. Chief.
Oh yeah, what's most spoke punk language was said. But Brand says, before I type the story, let me tell you my work is like right now because you can apply it to legit come live a comfortable life in Mexico. I bet.
Don't tempt me.
Hey Siri, what is the most spoke language? It's not gonna tell me. It's just pulling up Google fucking answers.
Yeah, top 10 most spoken.
Mandarin Chinese is the largest language in the world. Yep.
Followed by English, and then Hindustani, Spanish, Arabic, Russian. Yeah, interesting.
The vodka.
Goddamn Mandarin Chinese. I don't even know.
That's what I wanted to learn first was Russian, but that shit is fucking weird because it's so much different than like languages we're used to, like French or Spanish. Because at least they use somewhat phonetical spelling and shit. Be like us trying to learn Japanese or tough, man.
Yeah, it's a whole different.
I would love to. There's that kid that can speak like 18 languages fluently by the time he graduated high school. That's impressive.
That is impressive, and that has a lot of job opportunity.
Government will snap you right up.
Well, not only that, but like big businesses that are in like China or America,
any other
big businesses,
big old corporations,
they have to communicate all over the country.
They're like, call Gary.
Yeah, fucking Gary knows what he wants. Connect to Gary real quick. He's speaking some fucking dead language like one small country still uses.
Right?
Like, Gary fucking knows. Gary knows everything.
So, by the way, thanks for watching and hanging out, Brandon.
Yeah.
We appreciate the support.
Hell yeah. Always looking for new people to kick it and actually like to discuss.
What if I just dump this in my nose?
I say do it. Quit being a little baby about it.
No, hey, that's when I throw it for reals.
False.
I'll never smell anything ever again.
Yeah, fuck Bitcoin.
That's it, dump?
Yeah.
Wow.
Dumped like $3,000.
Hey. Oh, I can open it myself. So I'm getting used to the future. I can tell my phone to do stuff for me.
Yeah.
All my shit was in Litecoin though, so. But
fuck Litecoin.
You're.
Just kidding.
What? Sign in? I don't know my info to sign in. My phone updated. Shit.
I had mine on a thumb pad sensor.
Well, mine was face, but look, I'd have my email for it to look at me and open it. Usually I just open right up. Now I don't know what.
Stocks.
Rest in peace, money.
I applied for a company. B1984 says I applied for a company called Cambly. They look like native English teachers to tutor students online. Most students are from Turkey, Brazil, Saudi Arabia, China, South Korea, and Japan. They pay $10 per hour of talk time, which is roughly 180 pesos per hour. So if you work about 6 hours per day, 5 days, make about 5,000 pesos per week. 20,000 per month is way more than even college graduates make here. Damn, that's crazy.
That's crazy, man.
That's some good money.
Hell yeah.
Sally, I think we're gonna have to close out for the night, though.
Yeah, we can read your story next time. Yeah, send us on Facebook if that's easiest, your paranormal story.
Yeah, and then next time we'll start the show. Next Friday we'll start the show with your paranormal story. But we got to get out of here for now.
We appreciate it, though, guys.
Yeah, and then I'll talk to you about this job offer. It sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, that's way rad.
Everyone else watching, have a good night. We'll be back Friday, same time, 5:30 Mountain Standard Time-ish. I say ish, give or take.
Yeah.
Give us a couple minutes in between. If you have anything you guys want to talk to us about, reach out on social media. Don't forget to follow our shit. Patreon has all of our old podcasts now. Anything else? Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Later.